Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Frame of Mind Inc. podcast. This is your boy Simbawi Nibayo Jr., aka TK, along with my man Omar Williams. We call him O. Say what's up to the peeps.
What's going on, good peeps? And Happy New Year.
Yes, sir. And we got another co-host with us today. She is new to the Frame of Mind Inc. podcast, and you guys might have heard her on the podcast in December. But please welcome to the Frame of Mind Inc. podcast, Denise Obi, aka D Nice. Say what's up to the peeps.
Hello. What's going on, guys? What's going on?
Yes. So we'll talk more about that a little bit later. But welcome to 2023. We are the Frame of Mind Inc. podcast, and we are back for season 4 of the podcast. Before we do any of that, we're going to jump right into our affirmations. Affirmation Wednesday. Y'all know how we do. We're going to get these in and out the way, and then we'll continue on with the show. So if you have your affirmations or you got them memorized, written down, whatever you got, let's get these in and continue on with the day. Are you ready? Here we go. Today will be a good day. Today will be a great day. Today will be an awesome day. Today will be an amazing day. Today will be a phenomenal day. Today will be stress-free. Today will be a stress-less day. Today, I will overcome all barriers that want to block my progress. Today, all circumstances, issues, and situations will work in my favor. Today, all things will line up for my good. Today, I will become better than who I was yesterday. I am a go-getter. I am triumphant. I am victorious. I am an overcomer. I never lose. I either win or I learn. I take authority over this day. I will dominate this day. I will conquer this day. And everything I have spoken into this day will happen as I have affirmed, because I am more than a conqueror. Let's get it started. So again, welcome to 2023 here on the Frame of Mind Inc. podcast. I know it's been a little minute before we had our first podcast since the new year started, and that's okay. You know, we're kicking things off here now in the third week of January. I believe it's the third week. Either way, later in January.
Yes,
that's all I'm going to say. Third week. Thank you, brother. So we're going to touch this thing off a little bit with, we're going to ask these couple questions in this first section. And hopefully you guys had a great beginning of the new year for you guys out there. I know we had this time of the year between November, December, and January, we've got 3 major holidays we deal with. That's Thanksgiving. Well, technically, if you want to add Black Friday might be a holiday by itself too. I don't know. But Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, whatever Tuesday, Small Business Saturday. I don't name 5 already. I ain't even got the Christmas yet.
Right.
Okay. Christmas Eve, Hanukkah. What's the other one? It's in Kwanzaa, and a host of others. Christmas Day, New Year's Day, all that. New Year's Eve,
Boxing Day, yes.
Boxing Day. I mean, the list just goes on and on. So it's the most wonderful time of the year. But I'll be honest, for me, it's the most hectic time of the year because there's too many holidays back to back to back. And so for me personally, how did I bring my 2023 in? 11 o'clock, New Year's Eve, I went to bed because I was tired. So I didn't get to necessarily ring in the new year like everyone else did. And to be honest, I actually got more texts from people around 8:30, 9 o'clock saying Happy New Year. And I'm like, either you're going to bed or you're planning on going out and you won't have time to say Happy New Year to me, so you're saying it now. And that's fine if that's what you want to do. But for me personally, 11 o'clock, I was like, look, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I'm like, I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Happy New Year. Peace out. That was how I brought 2023 in. And I'm happy to see yet another year of life. So I'm going to start with you. How did you bring 2023 in this
I
year?
pretty much did the same thing, man. Well, it's also our anniversary, so we've been married now 13
That's
years.
right.
Um,
Congrats.
yeah, we got married on New Year's Eve. Yeah, thank you. So I was in bed by 11, man. Like we did we did the little countdown on YouTube with the kids, like give them a little fake 10, 9, 8, Happy New Year. We might have did that around 9:30 with them. Then we had a little dinner that we cooked, and by 11 o'clock, man, I was sleeping. Prayed with my wife before I went to bed for the new year, and because I've been doing that since 13, and I never stopped doing it. So I always like to get a good prayer in to bring in the new year. And I was sleeping, man. That's it. And we woke up the next day and relaxed again. So that was my 2023, or my bringing into 2023. Yeah.
All right. So now we're gonna go over to Denise, our newest co-host. Denise, how'd you bring in 2023?
I was actually down celebrating with some Navy friends of mine. They are actually in the Navy, so they had to. We had a good time. Got to go out, celebrate, and hang out with them. So I wanted to do something different this year rather than staying in the house or going to church. But
Gotcha.
did a little different.
Yeah. So speaking of going to church, so the past maybe year and a half, me and my family we switched from the church we were at to a new church or a different church, new church, different church, however you want to say it. And so at our current church now that we're at, we don't have a New Year's Eve service. Where in my previous church, there was one every single year, and that was something that we always did. And I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. I will say that I was quite ecstatic to not have to do that because I get to be home and be like, you know what? It's 11 o'clock. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. You know what I mean? And so, big props to all of you that have New Year's Eve, services and all that. Like, do you. But it was just nice to be able, and it's been like that for almost the past year and a half now. So I get what you're saying. Do something different on New Year's Eve. There might come a year we might go to New York one year. I don't know. So who knows? We might decide to go to the Poconos and spend New Year's Eve up there. I don't know. We might do something different. But anyway, so we all did something different. It looks like Denise was the only one stayed up past midnight. Me and Omar were in bed by 11.
Exactly. I was knocked out. Yeah.
That's how that went down. But so next question is, what are you looking forward to this year? And I give you a minute to think about it. If you know your answer already, then just go ahead and jump in. But what are you looking forward to this year in 2023? I give you a minute or two. And the question for you guys out there too: what are you looking forward to in 2023 this year? How was 2022 for you? Was it a good year, an okay year? Was it a bad year? Is there a mixture in there? And then, based on that, what are you looking forward to in 2023 for you this year? Don't forget, you can always contact us by phone at 302-689-3499 or email us at FOFMpodcast@frameofmindinc.com. That's FOFM podcast at frameofmindinc.com. Let us know how you did with your 2023 and what you're looking forward to in 2023 of this year. Anybody ready to go? Or if not, I'll go.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
I'll go. Well, I feel like this upcoming year, man, what I'm looking forward to the most is I feel like the year coming, we've been working on it for the longest time, if that makes any sense. Mm-hmm. Like we've been building things and putting things together and moving things and being disciplined about certain things to where this year, finally, we're here, right? So I'm looking forward this year. We'll be able to pay off a home this year. And like once we do that, I feel like everything from that point on, man, like sky's the limit at that point, which is also part of the bigger plan. But we finally got to this point, and it's in 2023 where it's going to go down at. So I'm looking forward to that, man, and that's going to open up so many doors. I can't explain it all right now, but we'll see. As long as I'm tuning in on this podcast, I'll keep y'all informed of what we're doing. Uh, but yes, I'm looking forward to that, man. And it's been a long time coming, and
Got you.
it's a blessing, man. It's really a blessing. But also outside of that, uh, just being able to give back more, man. Started off the year doing this program called Raising Kings. I've been doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's my second year doing it. Helping out with at-risk youth between the ages of like 8 and 18. So
Okay.
that program went well, and I kind of want to become more, do some more mentorships with some younger guys, man, and maybe teach them some stock stuff. So that's what I'm looking forward to this year.
Sound like a plan. Sound like a plan. Sounds like a plan.
Yes,
Denise,
sir.
what about you?
Yes. So we'll start off with 2022. 2022 was a mixture of good and I wouldn't say bad, but a lot of storms that God really brought me through for 2022. But it really was a good year of me starting a new job, actually in the in the field I wanted to be in, field I went to school for. So that was a great blessing coming out of that, and also being able to purchase my first car, doing a
Ah.
big girl purchase growing up. So
Nice.
it started tough, but it ended very well for me. So I'm very
There you
grateful
go.
for that. And 2023 is funny because the young adults just went on a retreat this past weekend, and we made vision boards of kind of like our 1 year, 3 year, 5 year plan. And I'm looking at mine right now, and one of my goals for this year was to travel more. Everyone knows I'm never sitting down doing anything. I'm always doing something. So definitely traveling more this year is one of my big goals that I'm looking forward to.
Nice. Nice. Very good. Very good stuff. What am I looking forward to for this year? I'm looking forward to uh, vast progression. And I say that with complete confidence and complete uh, honesty. I'm really looking forward to that. Like O says, like we kind of built up to a certain point. You've been building up, building up, building up, and then you got to the point like, all right, I think we finally arrived to a place where progression is not just gradual, but it starts to become
It's
fast
exponential.
paced and very
Yeah.
vast. And
Yes, sir.
so um, I'm not going to pinpoint any specifics. I will say this: that I do feel that I'm walking more in my purpose now than I ever have been. And I think right now it's just a matter of time before, again, doors begin to open up and things start happening, not just for me and my family, but for the things that we want to do for other people and what we want to do in our business and what we want to do, just to enhance and other people's lives for the better. The other thing I'm looking forward to is just being able to do more life, no, to do more of life. No, to do. Should I say do life more? Being able to have full spontaneous moments at the same time, live in the moment too. Not let the moments pass by and be like, but be intentional, be purposeful, and I'm looking forward to that as well. So it's just a matter of time. And as far as what Denise said, as far as traveling, I told my wife the other day we were watching the Karate Kid with Jackie Chan and Will Smith's son. We were just watching it on TV or whatever, and they were showing where they were going up this mountain up the stairs, this mountain to this Karate Kingdom or whatever. And I was like, man, I want to travel more, in the next phase of our life. I'm like, because I'm a scenery guy. Like I love scenery. I love traveling to other places, seeing what their culture is like, seeing how they live, what they do. And I know we made some moves in 2022 to do more traveling, whether it's just me and her or our entire family. And so I'm looking forward to those times when we can do those things because that's one thing that's on my quote unquote bucket list is to travel more. And so I want to visit all seven continents. I want to, you know, possibly see all of the eight wonders of the world, as they call them, and just do life, man. Just do life. So that's what I'm looking forward to in
That's
this
awesome.
upcoming year in 2023. So, with that said, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll come back for the second half of this. We're going to talk about some things that we're going to continue to do here on the podcast, and some things that we are not going to continue to do here in the podcast. So you guys kind of have an idea of where we're going, what we're doing, and how our conversations and all that are going to impact you for the better, not for the worse, but for the better. Frame My Nate podcast, right back. Are you looking for an apparel company that's positive, uplifting, and truly cares about you? Then look no further. Frame of Mind Inc., an apparel brand company, impresses on individuals to think positive thoughts, say positive things, and do positive deeds. Get positive apparel, such as t-shirts, hoodies, and wristbands for children, teens, and adults in various colors and sizes. Customized services include logo and t-shirt design, screen printing, and embroidery for individuals, families, schools, profit, and nonprofit organizations. You can reach Frame of Mind Inc. at 302-689-3499 or visit their website at www.frameofmindinc.com. Frame of Mind Inc. Think it, speak it, achieve it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Frame of Mind Inc. podcast. Before we left, we were talking about 2023, how we brought it in, what we're looking forward to in 2023. And now we're going to talk about what we're going to do here on the podcast in this upcoming year. This is our fourth season. Big congrats to us. Big ups. Myself and Omar started the podcast in June of 2020 during the COVID year. And just a quick background for you guys who don't know. We started with myself, Omar, and a guest of our another co-host, Shalise, at that time. And we were literally doing podcasts every week. Every week we were doing podcasts, and we actually were doing podcasts every week up until over the phone. Yeah, over the phone. We started on the phone, and then from the phone we went to Zoom, and then from Zoom we went to StreamYard, and we're still on StreamYard too. But now we're doing we're just kind of progressed now with who we are. And I told you we'll talk about how those things are working right now too. But in October of 2020, Shalise decided to move on to pursue some more opportunities, which we knew was going to happen eventually. And so we gave her a great, show farewell on her new opportunities. And me and O kept it going. We kept it moving. And so for about 2.5 seasons, me and O have been keeping the show going, bringing you guys great content, great conversations. And this past summer is when we went from having shows every week to shows twice a month. And so now, again, we brought on Denise Obi here, who is now a part of the show. She may not be on every show, and then again, she might. I don't know. But she'll be working in the background as well with the show. You'll probably see some newer and better social media stuff. So be on the lookout for that. So some things that we're going to continue doing. So number one, we'll continue to broadcast on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Now, the video portion of this, it may look a little different. We'll talk more about that later as we move on. But for those of you who get the video portions via my Facebook page, my LinkedIn page, and our business YouTube page, things might look a little different. We'll talk about that a little later, but we will still be broadcasting Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. right now via video. The audio will be available on Thursday mornings of that same week. So we were broadcasting and making them available. Well, technically, it depends on when what happens. So I'll say it'll still be Wednesday mornings if we're broadcasting without video, because sometimes we pre-record, sometimes we don't. So it depends. We'll get that straight probably another couple of weeks to find out what we still want to do. We're going to go twice a month as we've been doing since September. So that's going to continue happening. We're going to continue to do our affirmations like we always do, that we've been doing that for quite some time now. And then our content will still be on leadership, stock market info from my man O, which we'll have that next week. So you want to make sure you tune in next week for some stock info from my man O. We'll have, of course, always have positive energy, interviews and engaging conversations. And of course, those of you who know that all three of us are believers in the Messiah Yahushua. Now, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, that's Hebrew which is the original language that the scripture was written in. But for those of you who know him from the American lingua, we're talking about Jesus. Okay, all right. So we are all believers here. We are all Christians, as people would say. So this is not a Christian podcast, but we do incorporate scripture from time to time in our podcast because scripture has truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in it. Can I get an amen?
Man,
Man.
All right. Amen. So, and a few other things we'll continue doing, but they're kind of small and minor. Those are the kind of the major things we're going to continue doing. And what we will be doing new, or what we will be adjusted, is number one, we're no longer on Anchor.fm or the Anchor app. All right. We've moved on from Anchor. We are now on lipsync.com. I'll spell that out for you guys, and it'll also be in the podcast notes, but we are now on libsyn.com. That is LIBSYN.com. That's our new host site now for our podcast. It's giving us a much broader opportunities to make some things happen to cause the podcast to grow and to become better, to reach more people, and to just overall just be a beacon of light for those out there who are looking for a positive energy podcast such as ours. And so you can catch us on Libsyn if you like, but you can also still get us on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. You can get us on Google Music, where podcasts are played. You can get us on Amazon and a few other places we'll let you guys know later down the line that we'll be on. So almost anywhere you can get us podcast wise to listen to the show. But just to let you guys know, if you were listening to us on Anchor, we are no longer on Anchor. We are now on libsyn.com. But if you can listen to us again on your Apple, Spotify, and all that, you're good. Everything is still there. You're good to go. From a video perspective, you'll probably see some different camera angles because we're going to be doing some things with our cameras that are going to be differently. So if we're still getting the video portion, again, from Facebook or from LinkedIn or YouTube, you'll probably see some different camera angles as we move forward. It's going to work out better because we're going to do some really special things during this year to enhance the podcast from a visual perspective. Last but not least, we'll have a product of the month every month from our online store, fairmindinc.com. So we'll be having a product of the month every month. We're actually working on getting some newer products in the store now, some accessories. We revamped some things, we've done some things. So we're really looking forward to revealing that to you guys as well. You can always go to frameofmindinc.com, and you can always go to our store and go shopping and go get something that you like or that you love, or for someone else. If you want to continue to support the podcast, you can always do so. If you want to give a donation, or if you want to say you want to have an ad you want to throw in there, and let us know if we can just do an ad for your business or for whatever you'd like to do on the podcast. So those things we're going to be kind of doing new and adding or adjusting. So those are just some updates for the audience out there. I know I'm doing a lot of talking right now in this section of portion, but anything that I've said that you guys are looking forward to with the podcast doing, or anything that we're doing, you're like, I don't like that anymore. Like, let's do something different. Like, you can be devil's advocate. It's okay. It's all right.
No, man, we on board, brother.
yeah.
Okay. Well, they're all on board. All right. So I will say this though, when it comes to social media, when I say you're going to see some newer or better stuff social media wise, that's coming from Denise. All right, she's going to be the one that's going to help us put some better content out there and get some things rolling. So you guys may be seeing us on social media more than usual, and probably more than maybe what you may have want to or like to, but that's just too bad. That's what we're going to do. All right, we're going to be in your face 24/7 eventually. Right now it'll probably be 6'2", but eventually it'll be 24/7 eventually. I'm just speaking out in the atmosphere 24/7.
There you go.
That's all right. Yeah, man. You got our tagline is think it, speak it, achieve it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna think it.
There you go.
We're gonna speak it, and then we're gonna achieve it. That's what we're gonna do. We can't talk about it and not live it. That'd be hypocritical of us, and we're not hypocrites. So we're gonna do what we say we're going to do. The Frame of Mind Inc. podcast is a part of the brand, so everything that goes along with the brand has to think it, speak it, and achieve it. Dag nabbit. That's what we're going to do. So, all right, guys, we're going to take a quick little break, and then we'll come back and we'll kind of give the last word on today's podcast. Not a long one, not a short one either, but just kind of giving you guys an overview of what we're going to do and what we're looking to accomplish for 2023. Keep the ball rolling. And when we come back, we have the last word, and then we're done for today. Frame of Mind Inc. podcast, right back. All right, we're back with the last word. So anybody have anything they want to leave with the people before we go? Any last comments, last thoughts before we wrap this thing up?
Just looking forward to this new year.
I'll say tune in this year. Yeah.
See, I like how they both came in. It was like they came in ready to go. They're ready to go.
A lot of heat coming this year, so.
A lot of heat coming this year. Y'all heard it first from Denise. A lot of heat coming this year from the Frame of Mind Inc. podcast. And I'll just say this. I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to go. we've had a long enough break between the new year and now, and it's time to hit the floor running. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to come at y'all with some great content, great interviews, great conversations, great topics, and it's going to be hot. It's going to be fire up in her. All right, well, that's our show for today. As always, continue to think it, speak it, and achieve it. And until next time, both I, O, and Denise will holla. Peace. Thank you for joining the Frame of Mind Inc. podcast. And as always, here at Frame of Mind Inc., think positive thoughts, say positive things, and do positive deeds. As our tagline says, think it, speak it, achieve it. See you next time.
It's a frame of mind. It's what you say and what you do.
Don't forget to check us out on the web at www.frameofmindinc.com, where you can browse our online apparel store, listen to some of our original music and production services, as well as view our videos and projects we've done for our clients and customers.